Super. So continuation of our AR transactions. AR transactions, normally we can call it as billing. So transactions, I told you, there is a two type of transactions or information we can get it from our AR module. One is operational revenue. Another one is non-operational, such as miscellaneous income. So whether you need a customer-wise balance or straightaway you want to record cash account debtor to receivable. Cash account debtor to, income. So that is why I told you that after our enterprise structure business unit, ledger legal entity business unit, and then employee association has to be done to our user. And then we can go for our create or review receivable system option. Second, collector, statement cycle, currency, credit limit, late charges, auto cash rule set. Likewise, even a payment term, you can group as many payment terms are possible. As many payment terms are possible. Then I just grouped everything under customer profile classes window. As then when you go for any modification, there is a 3 radio button: update only new profile, do not update existing profile, update all profile, update uncustomized profile, etc. And then I just explained how to create our taxes, which we already enjoyed the last topic of our AP. And then I just completed creation of customer. Compared to our EBS, a lot of drawbacks. Number one, effective date. Number two, other than enterprises set, if you are using common set, it's not allowed here. Otherwise, we can use our user-defined RDS possible. 3 places the date has to be changed. Third one, at the time of defining our customer, we can't choose our customer profile classes. The default will be defaulted, and then account level and then site level, we have to override and we have to change it. And then next one, account code can be given in bill to site for the reference account. Similarly, transaction type. In EBS, 7 transaction types are there. Only 5 transaction types are available in our AR. Especially 3 transaction type we can create it in the transaction window. Other 2, it will come in a different window. One is invoice positive or any sign. And second one, credit memo negative, debit memo positive, debit memo reversal, any sign. If you are using natural application positive and over application, we can use any sign. Allow freight has to be enabled or not. These are all you have to take care of at the time of defining our transaction type. Default status open, closed, pending, voided. These are all very well available. Printing is allowed or not. And then we have to complete our references account. Condition in auto counting source table, if you are going to choose transaction type, bill to or standard line. If all are constant, no need to choose any references account. 7 account codes are mandatory. Receivable revenue, and then taxes, freight, auto invoice clearing, unbilled receivable and earned revenue. Totally 7 account code. Bills receivable, totally 4. Once that is ready, I just explained remit to address condition. If you enable under receivable system option, that is mandatory. The next one I just explained, that is nothing but our memo line. So instead of item, I created line, tax, freight, or any kind of differences in freight or charges. Even we can provide the reference account code over there. It can be accepted overridden in the distribution window under AR transaction. Then auto accounting. So either a constant or a source table, what we are going to set it, this will be defaulted the account code to the distribution button or a window. It can be accepted or overridden. Anything which is not defined, that code manually, it has to be recorded in the distribution before doing our completion and create accounting. I just explained how to create some transactions manually, duplicate single copy and change the payment term, verify, allow payment terms, override, not enable. You can't change the payment term. You can't do our addition of our split or changing the due date. So 5 transactions I created, and how the transaction customer account balances, we have to do some kind of 2. One is perform receivable transaction customer account summaries. Another one refresh for auto populate. Similarly for reconciliation, that day I'm unable to show in this particular instance. So when you do, whether it is transferred or not transferred with respect to your AR, and how many is got completed, those are all eligible for completing our receivable to reconciliation, similar like our AP module. So this is owned by SBase. My Dev 58, SBase, it's not properly, again, it's not working because of volume of our data. So that's why the problem is arised. So morning, I just use these instances for cognizant training. So it is a cognizant instance. So I completed a training in the month of October. So that is why I just ran a program for October reconciliation. So first you have to do our prepare receivable to ledger reconciliation, pushing the information from our Oracle database to our SBase database. And then first column, and then second column, and then differences. It will come. Any opening differences also, it will come there. And without our payable GL, SLA level, if you are going to do any information, that is also will come. Any differences related to opening also, we can very well identify here. So meanwhile, let it come. I will explain what is our debit memo and credit memo. In AR module, debit memo, it's a positive sign. Anything misted out with or without a memo line, we can send it to our customer to collect the money from the respective customer. Second one, I just explained credit memo. So credit memo, it's nothing but negative sign to reduce your customer balance. This can be enjoyed in our Oracle application in AR module. Create credit memo or credit transaction. So create credit memo. You can keep it as a standalone at the time of receipt or apply to the transaction and issue a refund possible. Credit transaction, it's nothing but without our original transaction, we can't do our credit. And to that extent, credit memo will be created and it will be applied to our transaction automatically. So this is how, like, that particular today I ran that. You can see that the differences we can find either here or here, then we can rectify. So these are all the excellent features that are available in our Oracle Fusion application. So today I'm going to start with the very first topic. Don't try this, but I can show you the topic. It is called recurring bill plan. Adjustments also I just explained with the document that is called credit memo. And without a document, like, reducing your customer balance for a particular transaction. So interview question, adjustment, you can say adjustment always transaction specific. Receipt write-up, we will do it in the afternoon. That time I will explain later. So credit memo, adjustment, it is normally based on our approval limit, receivable activity, identifying the original transaction, either a freight or a tax, how you are going to reduce before your payment. If you want, we can do it in the transaction window also. So adjustment can be recorded either from the receipt window or from the transaction window. It can be done either manually or automatically. Automatically, I will explain the afternoon. So now I'm going to explain very interesting topic, yellow color only by trainer. Reason. In AR Fusion application, when you are going to select, like especially Bharti Airtel, they are using, every month I'm going to get my bill on 7th of, every month. So what will happen, right? Normally recurring means more than one time. But each and every time, like our AP module, what will do, right? Through the spreadsheet, you have to push it more than 1 month, but you can't schedule it. So in AR module, Oracle, especially for repeated kind of contract based kind of a transactions, then you can give it for 1 year straight away now itself, like a 2 years, etc. Cancellation also very well available. So in that circumstances, what will happen from the recurring window to the recurring bill plan window to your transaction on the particular day, that backend the train program, concurrent program or a scheduled program, it will run on the particular day that it will push from our recurring window to our transaction window by the system automatically. Maybe these kind of transaction, it may degrade your quality because volume of your programs are running in the back end, it will degrade our speed also possible. So how this can be done? In EBS module, what will happen? Single copy, weekly, monthly, many things we can do it like a days. Everything we can do it in our action copy to or like, like a separate transactions, like a Xerox copy. Whereas in Fusion, duplicate single copy only, they kept it in your transaction window. Remaining and all, they kept it under recurring bill plan. It will be run in the backend automatically. How to do this topic? I'll tell you. First step. So first step, let me navigate to manage receivable system options. Manage receivable system options. Select my business unit from the list of value and then edit. Ensure whether this checkbox has got enabled. This is the first prerequisite. If not, that particular tasks list, it won't come under task panel at the time of your AR billing or a revenue window. So now I will move on to our receivable billing. Receivable and then billing. Task panel. And then you can say that manage recurring billing. Before that, second prerequisite. Manage transaction sources. It is going to import from our recurring window to our transactions. So manage transaction sources. We are going to define for two purposes this particular transaction source. There is a two type of transaction source. One is manual, another one is imported, I told you. Another one imported, I told you. We are going to use like, the seeded one given by Oracle. Aura recurring. Even we can create our own also possible. So it is nothing but imported. It will take all the attribute where if the invalid line also I want to create, adjust. So ID or a value, you can set it here accordingly. This will push it to our regular transaction window. So let it be any transaction. If you want, you can choose your own transaction type also possible. So this is how we have to set your numbering as well as mapping can be done through our transaction sources, either from order management or from legacy or from late charges or from your recurring bill plan to your regular transaction. This transaction source is imported. Very, very important. So next I will move on to my receivable and then billing. Raja, before that, any questions? You can stop me at any point of time. So navigate to my manage a recurring bill plan. Let me take like, some kind of like, small short-term kind of a recurring. So everything it has come here. Type if you want, you can change it your own. That is also possible. If you want, you can change. Month, frequency, you can select month, day, etc., etc., etc. Let it be month for our class. 1 year it is took it from system. I want to change it to just 3 months for our class. 2 programs it will run in the backend. 1 it will allow us to run first. Even 1 month skip also possible. For example, if you are giving 1, like a 1, 3, 5. So what is our second transaction? 27th March you can specify. Then what will happen, right? So after a January, second billing, third, that is bi-monthly, which is not available in the frequency, that can be enjoyed to with the help of our second transaction date, etc. Now I'm going to select my Oracle customer. And then I will move on to our memo line. Select my desktop, 11 into 1000. 11 into 1000. Remaining and all, I don't want. And then I just click on just to save and close. That's all over. Normally, when the proper like an instances are there, system will trigger the program. I will repeat, the system will trigger the program that is called like, this recurring bill plan. Automatically, it will trigger like an auto invoice as well as our execution report program. If not, import auto invoice we have to run. Then only the execution report it will come. For that, let me navigate to our scheduled process window. Refresh whether it is triggering or not. I think it's not running. So maybe I have to run it manually. Import. Import receivable. Normally it will run. auto invoice. Maybe this is not running automatically. We have to run this. It will come automatically. It is from recurring, overall recurring, date okay, type no problem, date if you want you can give accordingly, and then if you want you can give your customer name. So Bhaskaran to Bhaskaran and then submit. Normally it will trigger automatically. After auto invoice, it will trigger our execution report. That is called whether it is there any rejection or nothing is there or like a created properly. So normally this auto invoice, it will trigger automatically, maybe because of, I told you, right, volume of the data, it's taking some time. So auto invoice, instead of, we can see your execution report, it will give you an output whether it is how many invoices, because 3 invoices out of through it will run automatically in the backend. 2, it will run in the automatic. If you say like, normally this program, like, it will come as a wait, etc. Doesn't matter. So now I can show you that output. Normally it will like that. For our class, luckily only one. I ran even manually. So it is not taken anything. So that means it's not pushed anything. Maybe I can try in some other instances. So billing, a recurring bill plan. So these are all some technical training also happening here with the help of these instances. So these people are struggling a lot. All right, fine, nice. Month, right, 5 and 3. Transaction, Jan. Oracle customer. All right. And then memo line desktop. And then 12 into 1000. And then save and close. And then monitor process. It's not triggered. It's not triggered. Maybe I can check sometime. Import auto invoice. Normally it will run in the backend automatically. So, okay. Over correct. Some kind of a patches it's running in the backend. Maybe in that scenario also it may wait. It's okay. It's not pushed. Anyway, I can show you sometime. So next I will move on to the topic called balance forward billing cycle. Balance forward billing cycle. In EBS 11I, it is called consolidated invoice. In release 12, this is called change to balance forward billing cycle. Even telephone companies are using. The purpose, so the courier, every day they are going to collect from my office. For that, we can't pay straight away. A lot of recruitment, a lot of PF forms, a lot of many things we have to send it through by courier. So every day that particular blue dot or FedEx, they are collecting the courier from my office. Once in a month, we will get a consolidated bill. Every day we will get some kind of an acknowledgement that it will be incorporated in our respective. And based on that summarized statement, last day of the particular month, next month, like a 10 days payment term or likewise the payment term, accordingly we have to make a payment. Second, you can take a credit card. We are using balance forward billing. Last month, what was the balance? Carry forward, what we paid and adjusted, what is the difference amount has to be paid, everything we can. So in 11I in EBS, it is like a standalone. October month bill not paid, November paid, December not paid. So both the two things are, whether it is paid or not, individually like a regular invoice. There is no connectivity between one consolidation invoice to another consolidation invoices. In EBS 11I, release 12 and fusion application, it is called carry forward or brought forward. So that forward, so that is nothing but last month and correct month are old invoices and current statement, whether it will be carry forward by features are available or not. That is why Oracle, they have brought it. So we can decide a cutoff date, last day of every month, 14th, 15th. Nowadays, Bharti Airtel or your credit card, any date your billing date. And then that cutoff date has to be created. This is the first step. In the training instance, this is the bug one. I'll try to show you the output. So in AR, around 7 or 8 topics are bug. One is, I told you, right? The exact containing, equal to we have to use in many of the places. Number 2, balance forward billing cutoff date. Likewise, I will tell you many things one after another. And then for that particular cutoff date, today it's 27th, we can use today's date is the cutoff date. And then plus 10 days or month ahead. Likewise also we can use. For this, we can do our enabling of our balance forward billing under customer profile class, or manually you can edit it in the customer account and site level also. This customer, balance forward billing can be creatable either account level or a site level. One customer, 2 sites are there. All the site account level also you can create. X site I want like a regular billing. Y site I want like a BFB possible. What all we enable with respect to account level and detail level, that has to be incorporated to the existing customer, or we have to create a new customer. Not only customer level, even the profile has to be created and verified with respect to our BFB. Create our transaction yesterday date, day before yesterday date, today's date, all the 3, whether it is coming under that particular billing cycle or not. Initially, we can create as a draft and then we can change it to our final. Straight away, fine. If you are using a draft, we can insert later point of time 1 more invoices in the same statement. Otherwise, it will come as a next cycle. You want to confirm the balance, you already taken your generation. Now you want to take a print bill alone, or you want to do together. Everything can be done and we can verify. So first step, I'm going to do cutoff date. Manage balance forward billing cycle. Balance forward billing cycle. Even you can take water tank dispenser. Every day the 25 cans are coming. No need to pay day by day. Once in a month, we can give like a consolidated. If you have a coffee dispenser, like milk packets, same way we can do like a one shot. So these are all advantages. Many people are using like a statement kind of billing. So this is our business scenarios. Let me click on create. Bhaskaran cut. You can use mine also. 27th every month. 1/1/24 always. It is a daily? No, it is monthly. If I say 0, if I say 1 every month, if I say 2 once in 2 months, if I say 3 once in 3 months, even days also 10 days are like a weekly once in 2 weeks. Likewise, we can use. For my class, let me choose 27 every month. Normally, last day of every month in real time. Second, I will move on to receivable payment terms. Click on create. So I can use my RDS. Bhaskaran BFB 27 and then 10 days. 27 cutoff date and 10 days is the due. Select that particular cutoff date in the billing cycle window. Effective date 1/1/24. Allocate tax and freight. So I'm going to select 10 days extra. Even subsequent month or a same month last day or next month 10th. Likewise, we can give day of month or month ahead also possible. I don't want to give any discount. So this is a 27 plus 10th day till 10 days, or from the 27 plus 10 days, it's derive our due date. These are all I'm going to associate it under receivable customer profile class. Receivable customer profile class. Customer profile class. So already we created a good credit profile. Now I'm going to use Bhaskaran BFB profile. Collector, we already. Limit, you can leave it as blank also, not a problem. And then currency, USD. Corporate, I selected. These are all previously we completed. Enable account level detail. Account level detail. And then detail. Payment term, anything related to cutoff date will come. Even though I'm going to select, there is no cutoff dates are there, it will show. That is a bug. Now, I'm using like a credit card statement. My billing date is like, 14th of every month. Last month, I purchased jewelry on 18th. And then 20th, I purchased some kind of like, dress material. And then January 10th, again dress material. You can pay individually or you can pay in the statement level. So likewise, matching by either transaction or BFB. Either transaction or BFB, you can properly choose. Auto cash rules, we created, it's an optional. Statement cycle, we created. If you are going to send, then it is mandatory. Grouping rule, not mandatory, but I'm going to set it as a default. Late charges, I'm not going to enable. Only one changes, this payment term, this is related to balance forward billing enable. Save and close. Save and close. It says payment term with the billing cycles are required. Okay. So now I'm going to select the same one more time and then save and close. It will accept. This is the bug number 1. Raj, understood? Second, I'm going to create a customer. Bhaskaran BFB customer. Copy. Paste. I want to enter some pre-date transaction. That's why I'm changing my date. Choose the proper either enterprise or user defined. Ensure this is properly selected at the time of your set assignment window. And then postal code. Don't tab it. It will come in the bottom. You can choose. Tab it. It will hang the system. Language. Only ship to and bill to I can select. Ship to and bill to I can select. The first one, it is bill to. Date 1/1/24. Second one, ship to. Date I can select as a ship to. Association, IRISO. And then save and close. Next step. Here also there is one bug. Organization ID, it won't come after you click on save and close in the earlier version. So 24C onwards, when the save and close comes, org ID, account ID, site ID, all the three it is visible. Otherwise, we have to search and pick it out. You have to search and pick it out. So account level, we have to replace from default to our own profile. For that, action correct, detach our default and then attach our not good credit. I'm going to use BFB, accept the warning. After that, ensure whether related to BFB and the payment term properly selected. Generated should be selected especially for this particular topic. Generate bill and delivery method and then save and close. Similarly, the profile which is not created related to site level, just create, ensure related to BFB, whether it is inherited all the information. Inherited all the information and then save and close. Now I'm going to create a transaction 25th, 26th, 27th. For that, let me navigate to my regular transactions window. Regular transactions window. Add favorites. Add favorites. Right. Task panel. Create transaction. So, Bhaskaran tab. Instead of 27, 25th I can put Bhaskaran BFB. It will pick all. Ensure 6th February is the due date. If it is 14th February 2025, then it will change it to March. For example, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, I told you, right? The billing cycle, it will change automatically. The billing cycle, it will change it to that respective month. So that is why it is very, very important. Cutoff date. So cutoff date, 27th I said. The next cycle, it is 27th of February. Then 10 days. Okay, all right. So now I can select my memo line from the list of value 10 into 1000. No fright, sufficient, and then save. And then save. So what is my billing date? It is regular invoice date 25th. My consolidated BFB invoice date 27th. 27th. So complete and create another. Some account codes are missing. I told you, somebody, if they are going to do a deployment, something is missing. Maybe I selected something else. So customer level, I have not given a reference account code. So we have to type manually. Similarly, I can click on complete and create another. Invoice number got changed because of some bug in the transactions numbering. And then 26th, and then 26th. 26th. I can use duplicate also possible, but I want to give different amount. And then save first. Save first. Action edit. At the time of accounting, I am not given any reference account, so that I want to give it like a 310 department. And then save and close. Otherwise, I will change my auto accounting. So complete and review. This time I will do duplicate. This is on today's date. And then this I will change it to 13. Save first. Action edit second. Enter some cost center here. Enter from cost center here. And then save and close. Complete and close. So individual invoices also you can print it out. Now, how to get our print? So navigate to our scheduled process. So what is the program name? Create balance forward bills. Create balance forward bills. Create balance forward bills. Click on OK. Generate bill. Draft possible. I want to do final. Once final, again, if you are going to create it before 27th, one more, it will be included in the next cycle, not in this cycle. Yes, I want output. Billing cycle cutoff date. Billing date optional. If you want, you can give 27th. USD. Customer BFB. Customer BFB. Normally, numbering is the best. So payment term, to whom they are going to receive, these are all we can give, otherwise optional. System will trigger like a confirmation as well as our billing automatically. Like a bill presentment architecture, kind of an invoices it will come for all the three with the one invoices. That is our sub processes. Sub processes. Super. So now I can click on output. So we are using Vision. If we see that, so three invoices under one statement it will come. 11,000, 10,000 plus 1,000 tax, 12,000 plus 1,200 tax, 13,000 plus 1,300 tax. So likewise, it will give you one consolidated billing. Next month, this will come as an opening balance if the customer it's not paid yet. Any questions related to balance forward billing? Sai, Pavani, Nelmer. Thank you, Sai. Nelmer. Super. Thanks. So next I will move on to very interesting topic for accounts people. Thanks, Navneet. So that is called revenue recognition. Bills in advance, bills in arrear, accounting rule and invoicing rule. Accounting rule and invoicing rule. So first of all, what is this? Let me explain, and then how to do it, I'll come to next. So after that, one more topic I'm going to cover, that is called late charges. It is very few companies are using, especially US based or government companies are using this. TDS delayed, water tax, property tax delayed, we can use that. especially some other US based company also doing. We'll come to that topic later. Accounting rule and invoicing rule. So far, whether the single invoice, I told you deferred expenditure with respect to our multi-period, either from the standard invoice or from the prepayment, we can do this kind of a multi-period or a deferred expenditure possible in our AP, I told you. Similarly, for AR, so whether we are going to raise an advance billing, then we are going to do our work later. So accrual basis of accounting. The respective month that revenue has to be apportioned. So GL Wala says, hey Bhaskaran, you send an invoice, don't recognize in AR, I will take care of with adjustment entry or accrual entry by way of journal entry. Then no need to go this particular step. Every month I will create separate invoice. Then this is also not required. And that circumstances also this is not required. No, one single invoice every month. Revenue recognition has to transfer from AR to GL properly means even days also very well available. We can do that. We can do that. Somebody asked in AP, which is not there, but AR, it is very well available. So now there is a accounting rule when the revenue has to be recognized. Invoicing rule when the bill has to be sent to the customer in advance or end of the project. So in advance, in arrear. Fixed duration, variable duration. So Rajinikanth, I want to complete one movie project. He has given call sheet for exactly 4 months. So every month he said 10 days I can allocate Bhaskaran. So that is called before at the puja itself, we know what is the duration. The construction, it will take this particular bridge, this many months. That's it. At the time of defining our accounting rule window itself, you know the duration which you don't want to edit at the time of even in the transaction. That is called fixed duration. Variable duration. Rajinikanth says, you will do puja. I have 2 more movies are there. I will come, I may not come. I will tell you at the time of on the first day shooting. So variable during accounting rule defined, we do not know the period. At the time of our transaction only we know what is the duration. 5 duration, 6 duration, etc. Month, days, etc. There is one more called deferred. Our chief minister, he wants to act in one movie. Example. He said, hey, Bhaskaran, I'm very busy with some other activity. Whenever I'm coming, you complete that particular shooting. God only knows when the movie will be concluded. So deferred 10% 1 month, next month 15%, next month 12%. Likewise, we will take a manual intervention. Accordingly, we will recognize the revenue possible. That is called deferred. So partial days, all period or a specific period. Likewise, many durations are very well available. So very simple. Without your invoice rule, we are not selecting in our invoice header. Accounting rule, it's not mandatory. So that means combination of invoicing rule and accounting rule. That is why it is called very hands-on kind of important revenue recognition topic. So first one, in advance means, so I don't see today actually on 20th Bhaskaran starting the class for PWC. That day itself I raised the invoice to my vendor. So he paid the money. Bhaskaran is not started any project. Then it is called unearned revenue. It's a liability account. PwC says, Bhaskaranji, at the end of the project, you raise the bill, then only we will give. If it is 3 months or 4 months, no worries. That is called in arrear. So I completed GL in 1 month, AP in another month, AR in another month. Every month I completed my revenue recognition. But bill at the end of our project, bill is not sent, unbilled to revenue, etc. At the end of the project, like, receivable account debtor to bill. First, I will explain 4 months for my class. 4 months for my class, but I can't explain all the 4 months now. So I will choose 2 months like a December and January, and I will explain this topic. At least 2 entry. So fixed duration means, so receivable account debtor to unearned revenue. When the receivable entries are coming, there only the tax and freight will coming to the picture. Unearned revenue next month. So unearned to revenue next month, unearned to revenue next month, unearned to revenue next month, unearned to revenue. Can you tell me what is the net effect, Himanshi? What is the net effect of all the 4 months? Can you try?
Yeah, sure.
Summarization of all the 5 entries. Can you tell me?
Unearned revenue will be 0.
Correct?
Receivable to revenue will be 11,000 to 10,000,
Raja,
and
very simple, Raja. Receivable 11,000, you are right.
revenue
Tax
10,000.
1,000, correct. Instead of unearned revenue, all the 4 revenue 10,000. That's all. This is our regular transaction. It will come in a single month. Now we are splitted based on some duration. That is why it is called like, accounting rule and invoicing rule. Clear? Himanshi, understood? On
Yes.
July, whether that entire 10,000 got gone to revenue account? Himanshi,
No. No.
only 25%. Correct?
Yes.
So if I say Bhaskaran year end is March, I'm conducting 6-month training for PwC. Up to March only 2 lakhs. But for till 6 months, it is 8 lakhs. If I put March 8 lakhs, I have to pay extra tax, 30 slab. Correct? As understood. So that is why accrual, it is very, very powerful. It is for advance method. In advance, arrear. What is the entry? Bhaskaran, he completed revenue class, but he is not sendable. Unbilled to revenue. Unbilled to revenue. Unbilled to revenue. Receivable to unbilled. Can you tell me what is the entry net? Again, one more time, Himanshi madam.
Yes. Same. Receivable 11,000, revenue credit 10,000, and tax
What is the
1,000.
difference between the previous entry and current entry?
There, the receivable entry was initially done, and
Bale Raja. Bale. Super Raja. The first topic on the day of 9th July. Now the second topic at the end of the project. Got it, Raja?
yeah.
This is the speciality of our accounting. Clear? So how to do that? But unfortunately, I can't do all the 4 months because I open only 2 months. So December and January, I can explain. Instead of, I can try some other instances. Some other instance, and then I will show you. So first step, we have to define accounting rule with the fixed duration. 4 months, every month, 25. Second, variable duration, I do not know, but first period, I want 25%. So how to create these two, one after another, I will explain. Navigation, manage revenue scheduling. Manage revenue scheduling. So manage revenue scheduling. Click on create. So Bhaskaran RDS. Bhaskaran fixed 4 months accounting rule. Copy and paste. Fixed I can select. Number of period 4. Equally it will come 25. You can give 0 to 35, 25, 40. Possible. For me it is well and good. Click on that. One more. Variable I'm going to explain. Variable I'm going to explain. I do not know during our rule window. During our rule window. But I know my management says, Bhaskaran, whether it is a 5 months or a 6 months, doesn't matter. If we give 0 here, in the transaction window, if you say 5 months, it is 100 divided by 5 is equal to equally 20%. If I give 25% here, in the transaction window, first period 25, second to fifth period, it is 75 divided by 4, 18.75. Raja, clear? Clear everyone? Clear everyone? So what we
Yes.
are giving here, it is for first month for variable. Clear? Remaining it will equally splitted it. Got it? Himanshi?
Yes.
Super. We will do both. So now it is 25. Save and close. One after another I will explain. I want to do this topic in the month of September. In the month of September. First I will explain in advance. So it's a different instance. No need to try. You try to understand this topic enough. So 27th of September 24. Period is open for this particular instance. Oracle. So memo line 10 into 1000. Important thing, in advance invoicing rule I selected. Revenue scheduling, it's mandatory. Revenue scheduling, it's mandatory, which I'm going to select fixed. We cannot edit the number of period. We can't edit our number of period. Raja, comfortable? If it is editable variable, if it is not editable, then it is called fixed duration. Clear? And then save, complete and review. Save, complete and review. Any account codes are missing, we have to follow. Transaction number 4001. If you do create accounting, it is grade off. Why?
Because it's
One entry means we should have receivable, revenue, mandatory. If you have a tax, freight optional, okay. So at least revenue and receivable mandatory. Receivable anyway, no problem. Revenue, it is controlled by this invoicing rule and accounting rule. Clear? Clear everyone? So now you can't do our create accounting. So for that, we have to do one program. So either by scheduling or manually, we have to run one program that is called recognize revenue. Almost all the periods are open. Every month we have to do in our real time. Recognize revenue. So recognize revenue. detail, submit. So now the create accounting is allowed. Instead of this is, then we have to do create accounting next. Instead of method number 2, if you use task panel under AR module, create accounting, it leads to your scheduled process window called revenue receivable accounting. Create receivable accounting. It will do two activities. It will do revenue recognition as well as transfer to GL together. Is that clear? So create accounting, which AR module, create accounting, hyperlink under task panel. It is not create accounting, it is receivable accounting. Make a note of it. Very, very important. AP module, create accounting only. AR module, create accounting, you have to go to either action window or in the scheduled process. If you are using a task panel create accounting, it leads to your, or it will inherited receivable, generate recognition as well as create accounting together. Clear? So let me navigate our respective transactions first. In the transactions window, manage transactions window, search for the transaction which I created, 4001. Now I want to do accounting. Previously it is grade off. Now I can do accounting entry. All the 4 months it will come. Month is very, very important. Effective date. Month is very, very important with respect to our effective date. So it will show you, we'll take it from September 1st. September 1st. What is the entry? So it will netted out that revenue account. What is the meaning of netted? So all are in the same month. 10 and 25, it will netted 75. 25, it will goes to revenue. 75, it will goes to unearned revenue. Unearned revenue. So you can check it out. Unearned revenue, revenue, tax, and receivable. This is for September. Every month, one entry. That is called like, unearned to revenue, unearned to revenue, unearned to revenue. This is how bills in advance topic has been explained. Next topic, bills in arrear after the break. 15 minutes break. Thanks, Sai. So let me share my screen. Next topic, bills in arrear. Same thing, instead of like, each month, how the unearned revenue to revenue, now unbilled to revenue at the end of the project, maybe 27th Jan, I'll be getting like, receivable account data to unbilled receivable and then tax, etc. To explain this topic, I'm going to create one more transaction. There is a small bug in this training instances and all. What all I told you, right? Many things in, especially in AR module. So 27th September 24. 27th September 24. This will change to 27th Jan 2025 because bills in arrear. So bill we are going to raise it to customer today, but 27th September onward, accounting entry will be transferred to GL, unbilled to revenue, unbilled to revenue. So one invoice, more than one entry, either you can go for in advance or in arrear. Paisa is coming first in advance. Paisa after raising invoice at the end of the project, then it is called in arrear. So Bhaskaran, Oracle. And then memo line. So 13 into 1000. 13 into 1000. So let me say the date it will ask you to complete revenue scheduling. Variable I'm going to choose. Variable I'm going to choose. It could be a 4-month, it could be a any month. Starting project 24. Number of period 5. This is editable because of variable. Save. It has to change the accounting date automatically. Because of the training instance, it's not changing. So it has to change automatically. It's not changing because of training instance. So that means what will happen, right? 27th September, one entry, October, one entry, November, one entry, December, one, as well as billing. Complete and close. 4,002. 4,002. We have to run revenue recognition under scheduled process window. Recognize revenue. Recognize revenue. That is a program. Recognize revenue. That is a program. And then detail. And then submit. We can schedule it also possible. When you are using in advance or in arrear, accounting rule or invoicing rule, before closing the period, recognition of revenue has to be completed. So it's running now. It's running now. So very simple. In advance means unearned revenue. In arrear means unbilled receivable. Navigate to manage transactions. Search for 4,002. And then action accounting. So if you see the accounting entry, unearned to revenue, unbilled to revenue, unbilled to revenue, unbilled to revenue. Why it is 3,250? Because of 25% remaining and all 18.75%. The difference, it will come as a unbilled will be knocked off. Receivable will coming to the picture. So this is how we can go for our revenue recognition with in advance or in arrear transactions. Any questions? Any questions? Manila team?
For the
Dimansh?
last, yes, for the last case, we have to run the recognized revenue
Ma,
and
both the case we have to run revenue recognition. Ma. First of all, your question, why we have to run Bhaskaranji? Because first case, because we received the money, that is why we have to run. Correct.
Mhm.
Second case also, it is controlled by invoicing rule, accounting rule. Na? What is the quantum it has to be generated will be identified by that particular variable duration. Na? So that is why either way, both the case, we have to do revenue recognition. One for bringing unbilled to revenue, another one unearned to revenue. Clear?
Yeah, every month. Okay.
Because of our class, I selected month, Raja. Even in real time, 20 days, 45 days, possible.
Okay.
Right. Any other questions? So last transaction, that is called late charges. I'm going to explain. Late charges, actually, it is not advisable, but many government company, TDS delayed, GST delayed, we have to pay extra penalty, penal interest, etc. So the late charges, long back, it is called like a finance charges in 11I in EBS. It has been changed to late charges and late interest in release 12, which is same available in our Fusion application. Raja, some of the people, one or two people are good in EBS, so that's why I'm just giving a comparison. Otherwise, ignore it. It's a very good opportunity when you are getting any kind of a tickets. Those who are experienced in EBS people, they are raising the ticket, right? Okay, this is how in EBS. Now it is this is how in Fusion. At least you can give some kind of a comparison. Otherwise, straight away I can explain only the Fusion part. So this calculation of invoices, it can be intimated to your customer in three methods. One, interest invoice you can generate. Two, you can create as a debit memo. Three, we can raise or adjustments. You can increase your customer balances. So adjustment either a positive or a negative, very well possible. How we are going to calculate, how you are going to do a calculation by way of percentage. That percentage also overdue interest invoices. If it is delayed, straight away per month 1%. Or no, if it is 30 days delay 1%, for 60 days delay 1.5%, over and above 90 days I want 2%. Likewise, you can use like a charge schedule also possible. Some company, I don't want percentage. One invoice delay, you have to pay $25, and that's it. Like a amount based, very, very less people are using. Amount I used for penalty, additional interest. So how to do all these three, I'm going to show you. In this topic, I'm going to explain two topics. Number one, how to do the calculation and send it to your customer, whether it is a fixed percentage or a fixed amount or charge schedule. This is one part. Assuming customer is accepted along with the original amount, Bhaskar, until 31st, if I'm going to pay, this is my interest, right? I will pay. That's it. So in that circumstances, how to convert the calculation into our auto invoices to our regular transaction window. Invoice, debit memo, adjustment, etc. I told you. Mostly invoices, many companies are using in real time. Mode of raising or intimating this interest calculation to our customer. For that, transaction type, imported transaction source, receivable activity, because interest calculation will come from at the time of your payment also possible. Part payment they have given, part they have not given, how the interest calculation will come. Likewise. These are all we have to associate it under system option. Create some kind of a transaction for our class, September, October, November, December, etc. Charge schedule I'm going to explain. How the different rate of interest, 1.52, it's coming. I'm going to explain. How it has to be converted as a transactions also, I'm going to show you like an auto. So first step, if you are using a charge schedule, interest tier, it's mandatory. If it is fixed amount or percentage, these two steps are optional. Clear? All right. So let me navigate to my setup and maintenances window. Setup and maintenances window. This is also I can do it in my other instance because different interest calculation I'm looking for. So manage interest tier. Click on that. It's not mandatory for class I'm going to create. So click on create Bhaskaran interest tier. Enable should be done with respect to our active. What is our tier? 0 to 30. It is current for my class. 31 to 60. This is called due for my class. 61 to 90. It is past due for my class. 91 and above. It is past overdue for my class. So 0, 1, 1.5, 2. Likewise, I'm just creating a tier for Bhaskaran and then save and close. For that, I'm going to give some percentage. That is called Bhaskaran interest charge schedule. charge schedule. The one which I created, I'm selecting at the moment. Method is percentage, effective date 1/1/24. Active should be enabled. Systematically, you have to do. Even one mistake, it will cause many issues. The first one, current. I don't want 0. What is 0? 0, it's nothing but percentage. That is called value. If you say amount, it's paisa. Second, whether that 1%, it is per month, per quarter, per annum, decided at the time of defining our customer profile class or a customer. Per month or per annum. Past due 1.5% for our class. Past overdue, I will kept it as 2% and then 7 crores. Now I'm going to create our customer profile class related to interest. Manage receivable customer profile classes. So I'm going to click on create. So Bhaskaran late interest profile. Late interest profile. Collector limit optional. Corporate payment term. I can use 30 days payment. Override allowed, because up to 30 days there is no kind of calculation. Auto cash, and then A00. Paper print default. We can use default. Is there any interest is available? Let me check. Interest invoice available. Let me use that. What is it? I will show you now. And then this is for grouping rule. I can use default, no problem. That's fine. Related to late charges. Enable late charges. During at the time of payment, overdue, whichever is earlier. Type invoice. Payment term 30 days. Formula simple compounding, interest on interest, everything it's there. So simple we can use. Period. Day by day we are going to calculate, no, by month. That is the best. Monthly. If I say 30, that 1%, what I given at the time of defining our charge schedule, that is called per month. If I say 180 half year, 360 per annum, no 365 in our calculation in Oracle application. And then any threshold if you are going to give related to a particular currency, what is the minimum amount? What is the maximum amount allowed? Or what is the maximum interest? Likewise, many things we can set it under currency settings window. Currency setting window. So you can select any method here. Any method here. If I select fixed amount, $100, fixed rate, 3%, irrespective of any day, 31 days, 61 days, 91 days, etc. Last one. So what I created, that I supposed to attach. Penalty for a class I will give you, but in real time, it's a pain. Don't give so many. That customer you may lose. So normally, getting a customer itself very tough. Putting like extra in the government company, it is allowed. For other, you should be very careful. Now I'm going to explain, create customer. Create customer. We can use the existing And now I'm going to create a customer. So Bhaskaran, late in customer. Late in customer. External. Effective date. Effective date. Late site. Postal code. 10,001. Don't tab it. Wait. If you want, you can choose the language. Build to and ship to. The first one, build to. Build to. Ship to. Any reference code I told you, I will show you. Otherwise, you have to enter manually. So this is I created. Save and close. Save and close. Edit. Update our profile. Related to late. Corrections. Replace. Late interest. Late interest. Super. 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 Now I will move on to late charges. So it took like the one which we selected in the respective late charges related to our profile. Now I will move on to the last one, our site. Last one, our site. Profile which is not created, I am going to create. Similarly, delivery method, transaction, it's a table name, credit and late charges. No changes. And then save and close. Save and close. Now I will move on to manage transaction type. Manage transaction type. Manage transaction type. So click on Bhaskaran transaction type related to interest invoice. If you want, you can different account. For our TT, you can give. Generate bill S and freight I don't want. I don't want to give any account code here. If you want, you can use your references code. So it is 7810 for my class. Save and close. Open. Let me complete. Invoice open. I just completed. Receivable 1210. Save and close. If you want, you can create debit memo also. Transaction sources. I'm going to show you how to create for imported. Similarly, I told you related to our recurring bill plan. Recurring bill plan. Transaction sources. So let me select Bhaskaran RDS. Late charges imported. It is mandatory when you are going to convert your calculation as a invoice. Numbering, I can say 10,000. This I selected. Instead of manual, I'll change it to imported. I can select the invoice type, which I created just now. Anything which is not invalid, even though creates, even though the period is closed, adjust to the subsequent open period. Grouping rule I can use for interest or default. I don't want any sales credit. Either ID means like, intelligent key. Value means narrative. You can use anything. For my class, ship to, sold I am not using. Bill to, contact I am not using. Invoicing I am not using for this particular. Remaining and all I am going to set it as ID. What all I am not using, that I am going to set it as none. Free on board, related document, etc. It's fine. And then save and close. So transaction type, transaction sources also over. Now receivable activity, which we already created. Manage receivable activity. Manage receivable activity related to late charges, related to my business unit. If you see that, it has come automatically. 7810. All we have to associate manage receivable system option. Manage receivable system options. Select my business unit and then search. Edit. And then edit. Related to late charges block. Related to late charges block. Enable, attach invoice, interest invoice. When I created now, debit memo, first day I created, activity, just now I show you. This is the one I created just now imported. These are all we have to associate. It is mandatory for assessing as well as converting the calculation as a transaction for mapping purpose. Over, up to this over. Type over, source over, receivable activity verified, associated under system option. Now I'm going to create a transactions. So October, November, December, I'm going to create 3 transactions. Navigate to create transactions. So now date, it is October 24. Bhaskaran tab and then Bhaskaran late tab. Even I can use September. Right. 10,000 I can select for my class. First, let me save first. And then complete and review. 1 over. Duplicate for October. Duplicate for October. Complete and review. Duplicate for November. Complete and review. Duplicate for December. Enough. January is the current. Complete and close. Likewise, I just created some few transactions for our class. Now I'm going to do calculation of interest. Now I move on to calculation of interest. For that, you have to run one program. Create late charges batch. Create late charges batch. Scheduled process window. Let me navigate. Create late charges batch. So we can set it as a draft. Draft means you can include at anything later point of time within the same cycle or calculations. Once done, it has to be done in next. As of today, draft related to which currency, profile name, if you want, you can choose. Otherwise, submit. This will create a draft calculation. We can take a printout and send it to customer. If he is agreed to pay in earlier version in EBS, we will create a dummy debit memo and associate this particular attachment and we will collect the money. Now in Fusion, this has been pushed from our late interest invoices window to our regular transactions possible. Condition we have to select as our invoice or debit memo. Likewise, we can select. Three method: interest invoice, debit memo, and the next one, it is called adjustments. It will show you, it will trigger that report program automatically. That I'm going to show you first. So this will give you the different rate of interest rate here. Like, 1%, 1.5%, 2%, 1635, some 25 penalty. So 1735, some taxes also will come into the picture. So this is agreed by my respective customer. How to convert this particular calculation as a transaction? Let me navigate over receivable accounts, receivable accounts, receivable task panel, and then interest. Manage late charge batches. Manage late charge batches. Search for the business unit. Yes, the calculation, what all it's there, it will come automatically. It is in draft mode. Click on the hyperlink. Because of this conversion, I created a transaction source, imported transaction type, association, etc. Now I want to submit for final processing. There is no error here. Initially it is draft. After this particular submission, it will change it to like, final. This will be in processing. Finally, it becomes success. In EBS, it is called interfaced. Likewise, it will come. This particular late charges batch, it will trigger the or imported or exported the information from our late charges to our regular transaction window. It is successes. Manage transactions. Manage transactions related to Bhaskaran late interest customer. Initially, some invoices which I created. Now, this is also ready with some taxes. 10,000 is our late charges. 10,000, it's our late charges. 1735.33. How it took the calculation. So, we know this amount. We know the duration, it's like a delayed. The unit price will be calculated by the system. And penalty, we already added extra for our training. So it will come automatically. So this is how late charges topic has been completed. Is there any questions? Participant, is there any questions? Sai? Navneet? Okay. Himanshi? Sir, when we do the practice, I will tell you, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we are concluded our transaction part. So today, the recording number 10, 11, I just explained. Recurring bill plan output is missing. No need to try this. BFB done. It is like account level and then details. Accounting rule and invoicing rule we completed. Fixed duration 4, variable duration 5. If you want to try this, I have no problem. Next, I have given late charges calculation, charge schedule. That is month wise. How to convert late charges as a invoice or debit memo. That is also completed. Next, I am going to explain. That is called receipts. AP module without a predefined invoices for the respective predefined supplier not validated, even we can't enter a single payment in our AP module. Whereas in AR module, I told you, with or without a customer, unidentified, unapplied, like if you want to enter a receipt also possible. Confirmed with, remitted with, cleared with, unidentified, unapplied, on account, and then applied, it's nothing but receivable. This is one method that is called standard receipt. Next one, it is called a miscellaneous receipt. For that receivable activity and our receipt classes and method alone, it's sufficient. Either a cash or a remitted cash or a confirmed cash account data to sale of scrap, interest income, dividend income, sale of asset, etc. So what is the prerequisite for receipt setup? If you ask me, first bank, branch, bank account. Receipt classes and method. One receipt class. Actually, we created a 4. Confirmed with the AR, confirmed with the CM, remitted with the CM, and then finally, I just explained, cleared. Associating one or multiple bank, and then we incorporated some receivable activity and relevant account code. So what is the purpose your trainer is given this topic? All the 4, one by one, I'm going to explain. The first one, manual receipts, I'm going to explain with respect to our confirmed first. Any questions, you can stop me. Very, 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 very interesting topic. So first I just go to our manage receivable receipt classes and method. Receipt classes and method. Receivable activity also we completed. Search for the receipt class which I created by our trainer. And then you can say confirmed AR, automatic clearing. Confirmed CM by matching. Directly, it is called cash. So in this case, I can do standard, I can do factoring. Even I will teach you factoring. And then here I can't do factoring. Here remittance can't be done through our application, which is done by our customer. In that scenario, we can use this receipt classes for this both the case. In this case, no need to convert our remitted to cleared, but this is we can done either by automatic clearing or by matching. I selected by matching. By matching, I will explain tomorrow. If you are using a standard receipt, if you are going to apply to the transaction, then invoice must be complete. Transactions to be completed. One transaction, as many receipt also you can apply. So your trainer is going to explain, first one, stage by stage entry. Stage by stage entry. One entry I will show you. First topic, all the entry, stage by stage I will explain. Draft, sometimes it will override some account code. Second one, one receipt, one remit, one cleared. I can explain. Third, because I created all the four, right? Straight away, cash to receivable, both remitted and cleared. I will explain. Then fifth topic, how to enter on account advance payment. Sixth topic, what is factoring? These are all before lunch. After lunch, like, charge back, application rule set, automatic receipt, spreadsheet receipt, bills receivable, and then adjustment, manual or automatic, receipt write-off, manual or automatic, and then miscellaneous receipts with or without a distribution set. And then finally, I can explain what is our reversal. It is equivalent to cancel our receipt. These are all one by one, I'm going to explain. So first topic, I'm going to enter a receipt. Any questions? You can stop me. Accounting entry. So non-accounting person, she is going to explain me. She is going to tell me for each stage what is the entry. If not, I'm going to correct. So enter my receipt method confirmed with the AR. Confirmed with the AR. First of all, what is AR? We can change the status from after remitted to cleared, run a program for a particular receipt or a particular day or a bank. We can run the program in AR itself and find out. Normally, I have a company login credential. I will check it out. I don't want to wait till that cash management allows to do the BRS. I can run the program. I can change the status from remitted to cleared. In that circumstances, we can go for our auto clearing. Receipt number, normally check number, our class RCT001. Amount I can enter 1000. First receipt 1000. Okay, so now I can click on submit means exit. Submit and apply means we will proceed further. So now tell me, Himanshi madam, what is the accounting entry? Answer is there in the particular screen itself. Himanshi madam.
Yes,
Try.
sir.
Try, Raja. Whether Bhaskaran is selected customer? No. Correct?
No. Yes.
That means
It will be unidentified.
it is already here. Correct. Whether I used confirmed or a remitted or a direct cash?
You need remitted. You used remitted, I think. Yeah? Direct. Confirmed. Okay.
What is the entry? Confirmed cash account data to unidentified. This is the first entry, Raja. Clear?
Okay.
Understood, Raja?
Yes.
Confirmed cash to unidentified. Clear? What is the meaning of confirmed? It is useful for check, I told you. Correct? We received confirmed payment from Himanshi. That's it. Whether it is hit my bank account? No, I received only check. Correct, no, Raja?
Yeah.
Whether it is received from Himanshi, that I do not know. Why? Because I have not selected a customer. That is why it is called unidentified. Let me show you what is the accounting entry. Clear? Has understood? That day, on Friday, your trainer is explained without, kind of a case. But now I'm in front of our oracle. Correct, no, Raja?
Yeah.
So, interview question. Raja, don't take it and mistake. Ayo, Bhaskaran sir, why you are troubling me? No, Raja, I'm educate you. Okay, all right. Tell me where this debit and credit is comes from. You know very well. You did the setup. Where this debit and credit has come from.
Receivable activity.
Receipt classes and methods.
Absolutely right answer, Abhijan. Oh my goodness. Amazing, Raja. Super. So, Himanshi, you fix it in mind. Number one, if you are not selected a customer or bill, almost all it will come from where? from our receipt classes and method. In the receipt classes only you said, right? Earned discount, unearned discount, remittance account, cash account, many things, correct?
Yeah.
This is coming from there. Very nice, Raja. So normally what is the role of our consultant, right? We are not going to do what is the code or XYZ. We should know where it is picked from, correct? That is our role. Clear? Superma. Now tell me, I'm going to select Oracle customer. Okay. Site also I selected. Now I click on save. Second entry, you tell me. Second entry, you tell me.
Confirmed to unapplied.
And
Unapplied.
confirmed, it's already came. What was the first entry? Your net effect,
Unidentified.
right, Raja? Raja, your net effect, right? Try to understand my question. First entry, confirmed account debtor to unidentified, I said. Correct? I'm not asking all the four like a netted entry. Second, next day I received a mail from Imanshi. She said, hey, Bhaskaran, I only sent this 1,000 to you. So now what is the entry?
Unidentified to applied.
Avaladan, Raja. That's all, Raja. Unidentified to unapplied. Raja, clear?
Yeah.
What is the net? Confirmed to unapplied. Got it. Raja, clear or not?
Yes, yes.
If this is created, it has to be knocked off. If this is not created, straight away I'm doing a create accounting at this stage means confirmed to unapplied only will come. Unidentified, it won't come. If it is created, it has to be removed. If it is not created, it may overridden. Clear?
Yes.
Super, Raja. Nice. Now tell me, what is my bill? I have a bill number called 001. Okay. So 100. Okay. 100. How much? 11,000 is there. Raja, clear? Super.
Yeah.
Now tell me third entry alone. Raja, third entry alone, you tell me.
Third entry means the final or combined of all.
No.
Okay. It will be unapplied to totally applied. I mean, applied. Hello.
Okay. No, Raja, tell me one more time.
It will be unapplied to applied now.
Applied means what?
Means it. We have a bill details.
Bill means what? Receivable. So the entry will be unapplied account debtor to receivable. Raja, clear? If you have more than one invoice, two receivable will come. One for 100 invoice, another one for 101 invoice. Clear?
Yes.
Net entry, all the three. Can you tell me what is entry? Net entry.
Confirmed to receivables.
100% right. Why it is so much struggle? Pakka. Confirmed to receivable. So now if you go to Excel, it will give you clear picture. Check it out. Either confirmed to unidentified, confirmed to unapplied, or confirmed to receivable. Clear? Himanshi.
Yes.
Super. So now I'm going to do a BRS. Whether this 1,000 is hit my Bhaskaran account or not. Tell me. Yes or no? Anyone?
Can you repeat the question, please?
I'll repeat, Raja. I received a check from Imanshi 1,000. What was the entry? Confirmed to receivable. Clear? Can I do BRS? Whether that 1,000 is hit Bhaskaran account or not?
No.
Why? Raja, the answer is
yes,
Bhaskaran collected the check, but he is not at all deposited the check. Clear? How it will be in my account? Imanshi. So in Oracle, when you use confirm, we have to do two activity. What is that? One, we have to deposit even through Oracle application. Clear?
Okay.
Two, we have to get our cash account. Got it?
Yeah.
Without deposit, can I get cash?
No.
Now what is the next step? If I'm using, so when Raja Oracle, they never force you, you have to use confirmed. But if confirmed use remittance and clearance can be done through Oracle only. Clear? Without a deposit, can you verify whether it will hit my passbook?
No.
Now what we have to do?
You have to do.
Remittance. Clear?
Yeah.
Raja, only stage by stage, if you identify, right, it's not a very tough one, correct? So now I'm going to do create receipt remittance. Is it mandatory for remitted? No. Is it mandatory for cleared? No, because it's already cleared. Why should I deposit through Oracle application? Correct? So it is
Right.
required when? If we are using
Confirm.
clear. That's all,
Yes.
Raja. You understood properly. Bale. Participant, one request today. Our Manila people are going for some party. So can we go for lunch between IST 12:30 to 1:40 or 1:45? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. Nelmar, fine, right? IST 1:45, you can connect.
Yes, yes.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
You will be there, right? Thank you. All right, we'll continue now. We'll finish this and we'll go for a break. Thank you, Raja. Thank you. Yeah, at least you are informed me, right? See, that's why. Correct. Watching recording always problem. Thank you. All right. Now I can go to our receipt class. How many receipt classes will come? I created 4. Himanshi.
Yes.
How many?
Two will
Why?
come.
Absolutely right answer. Why? Because
The two were
confirmed only allowed here. Remitted and cleared, it's not allowed here. Why? It has been already remitted. Clear?
Yes.
That's all, Raja. Okay. Now I can select here. Got it. One of the student in previous batch, what happened? They selected a CM. But she is unable to find that like a receipt here. Why?
Because
You received a check in X receipt class. How you can deposit it in Y receipt class? Correct? So you deposited in ICICI. How can you verify in SBI? Not possible, na? That is how you should be very careful. Clear? That's understood. Super. Done. Done. How many receipts are there? Only one for our class. So
100.
let me search. At least one is mandatory. Let me select today's date and search. Select here and then done. Select here and then done. And now save and approve. Save and then approve. And then move on to our manage receipt. Previously, what was the status? Raja, previously, what was the status? Confirmed is the status. Correct, no, Raja? Confirmed is the status. Correct?
Yes.
Super. Now I can search. It is remitted. Got it? Now what is the entry? The two entry after remitted. Tell me.
Remitted cash to cash.
Remitted cash to confirmed has to be removed. Previously, we have set it as a confirmed. Raja, clear? Now, receivable account is over. Hereafter, no more receivable. Cash, there is a 3 stage. 1, received stage. 2, remitted stage. 3, getting a cash. So previously, what was the status? Confirmed. So now, what was the entry? Remitted account debtor to confirmed. Got it, Raju? So what is the net entry? If you ask me, remitted to receivable is the right answer. Clear? Sir, prove it, sir. Okay, we'll prove it. All right. So what is the entry? Remitted cash account data to confirmed. If you see knock off, right? Unidentified knocked. Correct? One debit, one credit. Confirmed, it's knocked. Sorry. Correct? Right. Unapplied also. Where is unapplied?
It's 0.
It's 0, no, so okay, not required. So what is the next tree? Remitted cash account data to receivable. We are getting different stage. Luckily, all on 27. In real time, different date. Raja, comfortable?
Yes.
Super, Raja. Now what is the entry? Bhaskaran deposit. What is the next step? Whether it is realized or not. Correct? That realization can be done two methods. One, run a program in AR. Two, you can wait for cash management wala to complete BRS. Clear? Which one I supposed to use now? Anyone?
AR1.
Why? Because I selected by automatic clearing. Got it, Raja? By automatic clearing means no need to wait till that particular cash management wala. Clear? So what is the program name? Clear receipt automatically. Sir, how can we remember these many things? Everything it is here. Enter a receipt. Deposit, remit, approve either in the same screen or a different screen. Run a program called clear receipt automatically. Clear receipt automatically. This will clear from remitted to cleared. That means cash will coming to the picture. Got it, Raja? Some company, they are not implementing cash management. They are doing this. Clear? You can give a particular receipt number also possible, or particular bank also possible, or one bank, all receipt also possible. Depends. Clear? So your trainer is given a receipt number, only one. That I'm going to select. Clear? That receipt, I want to change it from X to Y status. Clear? What this program will do, it will change the status from remitted to cleared. Clear means knocking off our remitted, bringing our cash. What is the last entry? Cash account data to remitted cash. Clear?
Yes.
Super, Raja. I can show you now. Manage receipts. Manage receipts. Manage receipts. Search for receipt. It says cleared. What is the entry? It is cash to remitted. Raja, one more time. Confirmed, gone. Unidentified, gone. Remitted, gone. What is the net? Cash to receivable. Clear? So this is how the morning session has been completed. We will connect at 1:45, extra 15 minutes for our other participants. Okay. So 1:45, we will connect for our remaining receipt topic. Thank you very much. Leave the meeting. Connect at 1:45. Break.